Hi everyone, welcome back to Talking GPA. I'm your host Amy, and for today's episode, we have two very special guests. We have
Micah.
And I'm Sarah.
And then these are my two friends. And I'm so happy to have you here. And we're just gonna get into it. So this is the hard-hitting question that we start off with. Did you guys know what you wanted to do when you were in high school?
Oh, always. Well, not really. I shifted between wanting to go into politics and then kind of shifted into wanting to be a teacher later in high school. But college was kind of always like the plan for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But you didn't want to be in politics your whole life? I thought the whole life you wanted to your whole life.
I think definitely in 7th and 8th grade, I was like the kid who was like politically like knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got in high school, and even like freshman and sophomore year, like politics, was invested in politics and still am.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like had a transition point where it was like education is more of my passion,
Mm-hmm.
and that like education is crucial.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that to be politically engaged as like a teacher and things like that.
Yeah. I wanted to do culinary school. I wanted to be in the military. I wanted to maybe do something like criminally, like I don't know, like FBI or like something like of that kind of sort.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else was on my list. I started college off wanting to be a teacher, so there was also that. And like in high school, I worked with kids all the time, so that was like a pretty heavy thing. And then I decided that was not for me. But but yeah, I didn't know. Not until I literally got into college did I know what I wanted to do. I still don't really know. So
That's fair. That's what this is for. So what was the trend, like what was the moment where you were like, okay, this is the change? Like what was the event that occurred that like made you want to switch from politics to being a teacher?
I don't know. I think it was more just me realizing that being in politics is like kind of difficult, like in terms of like, because you can be like on the campaign side, and like working in campaigns is just a very like one, like it's seasonal because like elections aren't always happening, or at least like high profile campaigns aren't always like hiring people and stuff, and so it's just like a lot of like looking for work, or it involves even too like people, you work in Arizona for a cycle and then you go to Virginia and like have to work because they have like an opposite election cycle than us, and I didn't really want to do that because I love Arizona. And so, and both my parents were are teachers, and so I think that like influenced a lot of like, and I think there's just so much power like in the classroom, and like being able to like just educate young people and like talk about the importance of being like politically engaged or like civically minded and things like that. So I don't know if it was one thing, but definitely just like as I was going throughout high school, like seeing all these things that were wrong with the education system. And like it was kind of like twofold. Like one, I want to fix the education system, but also to do that you have to know what it's like to be inside of it too.
That's good.
I forgot the question.
It was what event or like idea, like when was it when you were like, okay, this is what I'm going to like set my mind to? Like you wanted to do so many things, but then you're like, okay, I'm not going to be a teacher, I'm going to be
a psychologist.
Yeah.
Well, when I started college, it was either like teaching or something like psychology related. I didn't know exactly what, and then I ended up choosing teaching. And then I did my first semester of teaching, and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. And so I changed to psychology, but I don't remember it being like a big like iceberg thing or whatever. But I just was like, oh, I think this will be fun. I want my end goal, whatever I do, I want my end goal to be me making like helping somebody, like my impact being something of some kind. But it wasn't like a big event, and I still don't. I don't know. Sometimes I regret like completely like putting teaching like behind me. And sometimes like I wish I would have like somehow like minored in psychology or like double majored with the two or something, and I don't know. But psychology is interesting. I just don't know like what I'm gonna do
You can be a school psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have thought like if I got my master's in education or something like that, then I could always like wean my way back to teaching if that's what I decide to do. I just don't know.
What's your guys' plans after college? If you don't have any, then just.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, the
Yeah.
goal is to go to graduate school, start teaching, be in a classroom. That's my dream, is to have my own classroom and to have like I know all the posters that I want to buy and have up, and like with the way like the seats and the desks and stuff are going to be arranged, and so that's the dream.
I don't really know. My ideas for what I would love to do change weekly.
Mhm.
I know I want to go to grad school. I want to get a master's. If I don't know about going further than that, but I like every week in college, or not, week is the exaggeration, but like every month or a year or so, I find like something else that I find like so interesting, and I'm like, oh, like I can't pick something. Like I don't know, it's just like even like being in like in USG, like I found that I like do actually like politics and like talking about it and like learning about it, because I don't know that much about it as like a whole. And like so that's like confusing. Well, it's not confusing, but it's just like now I'm just adding another thing to my plate that I like.
Mhm.
But I don't want to like work in politics. That's also my thing. But so for now, I will go to grad school, and I don't know what yet. But that's like 2 years ish, a year and a half down the line. So,
Yeah.
what's your plan?
My plan? Graduate. That's it. I don't know.
Oh.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I'm like really tired of school because it's been a long process. And like I didn't know what I was doing before when I like graduated high school. And then I like was like, okay, well I have to be in something, and like psychology really interested me. So that's when I started going or like applied for community college and did psychology. And then I didn't really know what university to go to, and I felt like everyone around me was like, oh, I know exactly where I want to go right after high school, so I'm gonna go out. And I felt like going to a community college was like looked down upon because it wasn't as like, oh, you were gonna stay there for 4 years and build this like experience. I was like still in my hometown doing community college. And then once I graduated, I still didn't know like which college to go to. And I decided to come to ASU, and best decision of my life. I love it so much. I I feel like it's because my experience in high school was like I was very introverted and like by myself for like 3 years, and then the last year was like packed with every experience you could experience in high school. And so I feel like it's happening again but with college, where it's like now you get to experience the whole college life in like 1 year.
Mhm.
So
That's exactly what happened to me in high school. I like hated the first 3 years of high school, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to leave. I'm so tired of this. Like I just want to be in college and like whatever. And then my senior year of high school was like the best year. And I had really good friends. Like student council was so fun. Like I finally like went to a football game, like all these things that like I wasn't doing.
Mhm.
I mean, I did that some of the stuff my freshman year because like you try so many things, but like my senior year was so great, and I was like, why wasn't all 4 years like this? It was only my senior year.
Mhm.
I know you have a different opinion about high
Oh.
school.
Wait,
I mean-
what's your opinion in high school?
I loved high school. It was the best. All 4 years.
Wow.
Greatest moments. I would go back any day.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do during high school?
Marching band all 4 years was the most of it, and then I mean I loved my classes. I was in like the IB program, and so it's like AP but like the European version kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, it's interesting. But so that's what my high school had, and so like basically like all 4 years I was with like the same group of people,
Mhm.
and by my senior year there were like 12 of us in our classes, which is like nice.
Oh.
So it was just like 12 of us, and the teachers were super cool. And like junior and senior year we had like the same teacher for math like all 2 years, and then like the same teacher for biology all 2 years.
Mm.
It's like we just were like a super close-knit group, and yeah, I worked a lot like in politics and stuff, and I just loved it, and like had a club that I really loved, and Yeah.
Very
High school's the best.
interesting. What would you say? Do you feel like high school prepared you to go into college?
My school had like, here's how you apply to college, and here's what FAFSA is, and like whatever, like the basic things. But I don't think like, I didn't really know how much college would cost if you don't get like certain scholarships and stuff. I also don't, I mean, people tell you like your grades are important for college and like you should do this and you should go be in these clubs so like your college resume looks nice and like whatever. But I don't think like for me, my high school and also like my family kind of, I don't think it was really, I was pushed to have A's and B's, but if I was pushed more to like do a little bit better than that, like I might have got different scholarships for college.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I don't know. I wish I knew like, hey, if I tried a little bit harder, that I would have been at a better advantage for college.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think it's hard to, I mean, I think I feel prepared, so I feel like my high school did a good job of being prepared, but also my parents are like college professors, so I think that helped me a lot of just like knowing the system, which is hard for other people. But like what you said, it's like, they say like grades are important, but like if you apply to ASU, like even if you have straight A's, like you still have to pay like a pretty good amount. Even like they'll give you a scholarship, but you still have to pay like a significant chunk of money. And so like really like the best thing is just like going, you have to apply to like 1 million scholarships, and there's ones that are like $500 and like they add up, but it just takes a lot of work if that's the goal. But
yeah, and like I know people will be like, oh, there's Arizona specific ones, but it's like 10 people get the Arizona one, and so like it's that like specific ones.
Yeah.
The bigger the scholarship, I feel like the less people obviously they pick,
Mm-hmm.
because like given the bigger amount of money.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know. Also, I didn't even know until like my freshman year of college that there were like websites that you could apply for scholarships on. I had no idea. No one told me.
Yeah. But there's a website now if you don't know, ASUScholarshipUniverse.com.
Oh.
I do know. Thank you.
I feel like I didn't. It's because I was a transfer student that like a lot of scholarship opportunities like were already like lessened for me because I already did the community college experience.
Right.
So like you already saved money, you don't need to save more. So I'm like, okay, thanks. How was your first year
Of college?
Yes.
Oh
Amazing.
Okay, wait, hold on. Your first year you joined USG though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my first year I had no friends. I was teaching and I was like, I can't do this. Like this is not for, like this is not for me.
Did you have an experience in teaching that
Yeah,
caused
why'd
you to feel that
like
way?
that? I'm interested. Because you're only there for one semester. It's like, what?
I just felt like I had so much. I feel so bad every time I explain this because I feel like teachers are such strong individuals. They are like, they're very important to society, like all those things. Like I know their importance. But when I was learning how to teach and like, or like doing the first semester of teaching classes, I have never been so bored and felt that school was so useless in my entire life. Like that was the first time that I was like, I feel like I'm not using any of my brain power to do what I'm doing. And it really bothered me because I was just like, I feel like, which sucks because I probably should have like kept with it more and like seen like, you know, maybe just done the whole year or whatever. But at the end of the semester, I was just like, I don't feel like I'm using like the full, I don't know how to word it, like the full capacity of like my knowledge and like what I could be doing. And I didn't feel like pushed enough. And so then I was like, oh, I'll change it. And then my second semester, I was pushed way too much. I did this bio and like all the classes I had, I was like crying all the time. It was so bad. But yeah, I don't know. No, I didn't have a teaching experience with children that I was like, absolutely not. It was just the college experience that I had. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
I see.
So.
How was your first year?
It was great. I'm trying to think back. Well, my freshman year, first semester, was busy, but it was good. I think I emailed the student body president at the time, probably like 3 weeks before school even started. And I was like, my name is Micah. I'm interested in being a senator for USG. I'm in Mary Lee Fulton. And like,
oh my gosh,
then she emailed me back and she was like, here's the info. We can't hire people for like a few weeks after school starts. And then 2 weeks later, I email her again. And so I was like, I knew I wanted to do ESG. And so I lived on campus. I loved my suite mate and met cool people like doing all like the freshman orientation stuff. And then, I loved my classes, and my professors first semester were really great. And then I got started with USG and all that. And
What do you remember?
What I was gonna say was I remember the first time I ever saw Micah, like I ever met, and it was the first time I met everyone in USG, was when I got applied to be elections commissioner, and we were in the Senate room, and I was scared. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw up everywhere. Like this is so nerve wracking. Like I was like, I don't think this is right. It felt so official, and I felt like I was not supposed to be there. Like I was just like, what is going on? And then I look, and your sweet, we can say Owen was there too. And I looked over, and I was like, I saw Owen and Micah just observing, like everyone sitting there. And I was like, they look so nice. And then, so then we all get our positions, and it was great and wonderful and like whatever. And that whole first semester, I didn't come around because like whatever, I was just nervous and like all the things. And my role was not, you guys obviously my role was not involved at that time. But anytime I would see like pretty much anybody, everyone was very welcoming. But I do remember like you always like always smiling. And I don't really think, you were an intern at the time.
Yeah. That
semester. And so I don't really think we talked much, and we didn't either. But I just remember whenever I would be in this space, like, everyone was just nice. Well, most people. But, and then my second semester was fun. But yeah, that was my sophomore year, though. Not my freshman year. I had no idea what USG was my freshman year. Really? Until I got the email. It was like, we're hiring. And I was like, okay, I need to do something. Like be a part of something, and then so that's how I got involved.
Do you feel like being a part of something is important when you're in college?
Yeah, but I always think too, and I not like I tell a bunch of people like I'm some like sage mentor, but I like think it's important to be involved in something inside and outside of the university, just as like in general, and it doesn't have to be something big, but like I think still like engaging in like an outside organization. So if it's like church or sport or like something that's outside, or even just like maintaining like friendships that are outside of like ASU or your college is important, but getting involved in is too important too.
Yeah, I mean I have a few friends outside of college, but I don't have like a thing. I mean you do your musical theater stuff in Yuma. Yeah. I guess I don't necessarily have a thing that's outside of ASU, but I never had a thing before coming to ASU anyway. So I don't know.
Would you want to have a thing?
Yeah, I've looked into more recently about trying to find like I've applied to a lot of different like volunteer opportunities to try and go like more routinely. Like one I applied to was they have like a location in Surprise, but it was like having to do with like veterans or something of that sort, and they do like different events, and you just work with them and like volunteer. And then one of the like women's shelters, I know its name, but I don't remember right now. They had like they have like a website where you can volunteer, and I signed up for like one of their things and stuff. So like thought about it and trying, but nothing like set in stone. So yeah.
Why do you find it important for people to do things inside and outside of university?
I mean, I think for a few reasons. I think like one, it's just important to like not to like have just a variety and like of diverse experiences and stuff. And I think especially if you live on campus, you can like never leave this place.
Yeah.
You can spend all 7 days here, And so I think it's important to just like get off campus. And I think just like continually meeting new people and like doing something that's of a higher purpose, like that's just greater than yourself, is important. And also just like I guess a more practical thing is like if you're applying to like scholarships or like grad school or anything, like they want to see like things that are not like because it's not, I would say it's like kind of easier if you're an ASU student to be doing things at ASU, but it shows like extra effort to like be doing something like outside of it.
Sorry. I heard really bad. Sorry. But yes, yeah.
You now live on campus. How are your guys' experiences living in campus?
You have me first? Mine's
Sure.
way shorter than yours. I have a wonderful roommate named McKenna that we're all so close friends with. It's great. It's some things are very interesting to me. Some people are very interesting to me, like my upstairs neighbors that roll around on their chair consistently. I'm really confused about what they're doing up there, but it's okay. But other than that, it's very interesting. I love it. I'm only, I'm so close to home. My mom works here, so like I see her. And it's great. I do think it's been very beneficial. I feel less stressed and I'm a lot happier than I did. Not that I wasn't happy, but balancing like my schedule and like trying to go back and forth and be here and be home is just like a lot. And so it's definitely taken like some weight off. But yeah, it's interesting. I really do like the dining hall though. That's new. It's fun, and I like and all the people there are nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's great for me.
Yeah, I would say overall, my experience is that good. Like, I love it. I wouldn't still live on campus if I didn't like it. But same, like, I live like 20-30 minutes away, but I don't really go home that often. But last year was definitely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes and I feel like most people don't have like the best experience with like random roommates,
Yeah.
and I didn't have like the best experience. But I think it worked out. Like, I coexisted, and I had a really good suite mate, which was good. So yeah, I think it's easy. You can wake up like not too like you don't have to wake up super like before your class, so you can just like wake up and get to class, and it's nice. And this year I have my own room, so because I
Yeah.
work in housing, so it's very nice.
If you want to work in housing, you can get one room.
There
You
you
don't
go.
have to share
For
with
free.
anyone. For free. Well, you have your services of work.
Yeah, you
Right.
have to do your job.
Yeah. But then you get to sleep in your own room, which is
Right.
really nice.
But there's no air conditioning right now, so hopefully that gets fixed.
Oh, it's not fixed?
No.
Oh, I
No.
thought they fixed it.
No, they brought a new mobile air conditioner.
They brought a mobile air. Okay.
Did you not know that?
I did not know
Oh,
that.
Yeah, I can show you a picture later.
Okay. What are some things that you want to tell people about living on campus?
It depends on the person, but like me and my roommate, we set like very clear expectations of like if I use like we share things, like cleaning stuff we share, like food we share most of the time. And so like but that's just how it works for me and her. And so I think just setting clear expectations of like, hey, this is mine and this is yours, but this is what we share and how we're gonna like replace this like I don't know, like cleaning supplies, like if we run out and I just bought it, she's gonna buy the next. Like I think just having a conversation, setting clear expectations is probably the best way.
Yeah, I didn't talk to my roommate at all last year, so it was kind of more just like I bought what I needed, and I imagine he bought what he needed.
You don't even know?
But yeah, we started the year off because all four, so there's 2 people on one side and 2 people on my side, we all bought like 4 packs of toilet paper. So we had like enough toilet paper for the entire year day 1.
Oh, okay.
So that was taken care of. It was just like literally the whole bathroom was just filled with toilet paper. And then besides that, I don't know if he cleaned. So I had my own cleaning supplies. I used them.
How did you clean shared spaces like the bathroom?
I cleaned it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What
my
about your
mate.
suite mate? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
They helped too.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Owen.
Oh.
Yeah. And I feel like I was gonna say something else. Oh, and I was gonna say too, now kind of working in housing and interacting with more freshmen, I guess, who are living in housing too. Just trying to spend time outside of your room too.
Mm-hmm.
And try to adventure out, and I always say only have one meal in your room. It's easy to just bring food back or just warm something up in your room, but try to go out, spend time on campus rather than just sit in your room most of the time.
Out of the 3 weeks of being here, I've only ate in my room one time, and it was today. And I was well, okay, that's not true. I ate breakfast, but and I barely eat much for breakfast. That I guess I did eat a meal, but not very much. And we have a lot of food in there, but yeah, that's all. I just wanted to add that. How do you do it now? 'Cause
Oh, now it's very structured, very nice. I talked to my roommate about like what we do. So we clean every week.
What day?
On Saturday, which I
Okay.
need to talk to her about because I'm not gonna be here Saturday. So
Yeah.
I need to talk to her about that. But we usually clean like once a week, and then every other week we clean the bathroom. So we cleaned the bathroom last week, and so our suite mates cleaned the bathroom this week.
That's what we're doing with our swimming.
And it's kind of nice. And then like I've been using my toilet paper, but I know she has toilet paper too. So I'm like, let's just use up the one that I have, and then we can use yours, so we don't have to open two. And it's pretty nice. I like am barely there. Like I literally wake up at 7 a.m. and I come back at like 10.
Yeah.
And then just immediately go to sleep. So I don't really talk to her unless I'm like, hey, good night, and then I like go to sleep.
When you okay, I already know your answer because you didn't talk much to your roommate. But when you like go to sleep, do you say goodnight to your roommate?
No.
Oh, okay. We do. We say goodnight and then
Well,
go to
yeah,
bed.
you guys are friends.
I know. I was just curious. Like, what if people are like, is that normal? Do I say goodnight to this random girl I don't know?
I wouldn't say goodnight to your roommate that you're not already friends with. If you are rooming with someone that you already are friends with, I think that's okay.
That's
I wouldn't.
I don't know.
Like,
Just
good night, sweet dreams. Like, I wouldn't do that. So, how do you guys balance being involved in like organizations, clubs, outside work, and being a student?
I don't.
Hey, thank you all so much for watching.
Yeah. I feel like, especially with, I mean, us three, we have pretty pressing roles within student government, at least. I think we just kind of fit it in all together. That, at least for me. I just, whenever I have time to do something, I just do it. It's really like, I'm not like, oh, I have this day, I do this stuff, or I have this day, I do that. It's like, I fix my schedule and fit in things. I usually fit homework around the other stuff I have going on. But,
yeah, I mean, I just schedule things. It takes me, like, that's the main part of my week is, like, scheduling the next week. To, like, make sure everything is, like, laid out and I have everything. But I don't know, I feel like even when we hang out, like, we plan it because we're all so busy a lot of the time. And, you know, like, figuring it out. And I think also being in USG is like most of the people, we're all friends. So it's like we're doing work, but we're also like hanging out with everyone at the same time. So, and I feel like that's a lot of the work I do. I enjoy the work I do, so it doesn't always feel like it, but it definitely is draining because like you said, like sometimes you're like out of the room by 8 a.m. and you're not getting back till like 10 or 11. And so it's like long days and, but I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like what college is about.
Yeah, I just kind of think one day I won't be here and I'll have a different time schedule and all those things. So I was like, I might as well just like only sleep for 4 hours and like not like be gone for whatever. I'm not recommending.
I can do so much if I just don't sleep.
Yeah,
but
you can do a lot.
Yeah, it's like I would recommend you guys to take breaks and like be like cautious of like how you're spending your time and also keeping to yourself.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna
also
say
like
that.
We're so busy all the time that like I feel like I would be contradicting myself because like I don't do that.
No.
And I feel like it's kind of important.
One thing I do say is important that even though if you're busy or whatever, go someplace at least like a couple of times a week or whatever by yourself. Just completely go by yourself, because that's what I've done that a couple. I mean, I try. Sometimes I don't, but this week I have. I've gone a few places just by myself, or gone to eat by myself, which was a very interesting experience at the dining hall. But yeah, it's good. I think it's good to do stuff by yourself.
How do you guys take care of yourselves?
I mean, for me, I have a very, like, strict and, not strict, but just, like, the same thing I do every night and every morning, that I think just, like, makes my room and my space, like, calm down, which I think calms my mind down, so turn on my essential oils, my candle, and all my warm lighting, play music, like, I think that's important, and when I wake up, I play music, And so I do that like all the time, and I try to read, but I don't read that much. But when I do read, it like is nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I need to do. That's one thing though that's kind of sucked about. Oh, it sucked is the wrong word, but it's kind of been like a down thing about living in a dorm. Is I'm a big like audiobook person, and I would listen to my audiobook driving back and forth from school. But now since I'm not doing that, and since I'm not gonna like play it out loud like with my roommate, I haven't like found time to listen to it. And so today I have like an hour left of this book, and it's taking me like 5 weeks to like finish this hour. But yeah, I cleaned, or I don't know, just I guess self-care things. I clean. I like to clean. Yeah. For some reason the dorm floors get extremely dirty like really fast, and I don't know why. Also, 3 girls in, because like there's only one girl as our suite mate. 3 girls in one bathroom. There's always hair like everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like whatever, but very normal, but still it's a lot. And all of our hair is like very long, and so there's just like always hair, and so they have to clean and like sweep the floor like 3 times a week. But yeah, I would say clean, and I don't know, maybe trying to not stay on TikTok for like 4 hours or at night when you know you need to sleep. Play games on your iPad, that's fun. I like that. Or like, I don't know, like a relaxing game. Or I don't know, call your mom.
Call your mom.
Yeah. Or your parent. Or,
yeah, if you don't have a mom, that's okay.
Yeah, or your friend who you don't
Call
live
someone.
with.
Your dog?
Call a random person.
Oh. I don't know about that.
Don't do that. Yep.
Whose phone number is that?
Mine.
And you'll give the rest at the end of the video.
Wait, can you like bleep it?
Yeah.
Wait, that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Call me at.
I don't bleep it. I'm like, everyone call him right now. How is being a student worker at ASU?
It's great. I don't know.
Would you recommend it to people?
Yeah, I would recommend. Yes, I would recommend being a student worker for the college that you go to. I think it's way easier. They're very understanding of anything that I have going on. I don't know if that's just because they're nice people or if it's because they're understanding that I'm a student. But I mean, it's been nice. It's like usually the stuff is on your campus, depending on what your school and whatever. But yeah, so I would recommend it.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I have a job outside of ASU and in ASU. But I like working in Barrett and for housing. It's pretty chill. It's like not much, and planning events and stuff, and just connecting with more people, and yeah. The main reason I did is get connected more within Barrett, and then you also get your own rooms. That was a nice benefit too. But it's pretty good.
What is Barrett for the people at home?
Barrett is the honors college at ASU. It's the gold standard, the best honors college in the nation. It's good.
What do you do?
Oh, well, I mean, it does a lot of different things.
I don't know what it's about.
That's for people who are not in
We
Barrett.
are not in Barrett. Yes.
Yay! Oh.
That was right in my face. Yay!
Well, you can do Barrett at any of the 4 campuses at ASU. And so it's kind of a very different experience.
Is it online?
Yes.
Okay.
There's an online Barrett?
Yes. I don't know, actually. I think
was
so,
just curious
but I don't
because
know.
you said all 4 campuses, and then I was like, what about online?
Yeah, I don't know. It's only for undergraduates, maybe online. I guess you could check. But
Angeles?
all 4 campuses are very different, like in terms of what Barrett is. So like West Valley, is obviously in general more of a tight-knit community, and then Barrett is like even more. And so you have like your normal major, and then you also are in Barrett the Honors College. It's like your freshman year, you take the human event, which is like the best class I've ever taken at ASU so far. And at West is like, especially the staff and like the faculty and the professors and stuff are really, really good. And so I think it helps with a number of things. There's a lot of like different things that are like only available to Barrett students. And then there's like the Barrett Lounge on all 4 campuses. It's definitely more apparent at Tempe because there's like the whole Barrett complex, which is like just this massive place that you only can have access to if you're in Barrett. But the goal of it is like you have to do honors enrichment contracts to get like a certain amount of honors credits. So the goal is that you just have a closer relationship with like your faculty. And it's like if you do an honors contract with someone that you're like meeting with that professor, and just like building a closer bond, and like hopefully it's like someone who is like has knowledge of like something you want to do. And then you have to do a thesis, which is kind of like similar to that, like just working closer with faculty to like do things outside of just like regular class.
Oh, do you do that all, like, throughout like all 4 years? Like, do you work on your thesis all 4 years, or do you start like?
You can kind of, I mean, you can start whenever, but most people start like their junior year. But you have to have 36 Barrett honors credits to graduate with Barrett. Yeah.
I see. Do you recommend Barrett?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it is an extra cost, but definitely at West, like, there's a lot of scholarships that are available. They're definitely, like, maybe a little harder to look into, but if you express interest, they'll definitely try to work with you to do it. But I think it depends. Like, it depends on what people's goals are. Like, if your goal is to, like, go to law school, go to medical school, go to grad school, or, like, just, like, those types of things, or just, like, want to be involved within like leadership at like a high capacity and stuff, then I think Barrett could be beneficial because it opens up just a lot of doors to like meeting people, which is like the most important thing to like advancing in this world is networking, and I think Barrett provides a lot of that. So
I see.
join Barrett. Yeah, it is very hard for, I mean, they do have stuff for like transfer students to join Barrett, but it's a lot because it's like you have to try to fit all that within 2 years. So
especially because like in my community college there was an honors, but that like didn't make sense because literally wasn't like advertised anywhere.
Yeah.
And like you were supposed to already like be in it before you were already in college and like apply. I don't know. It was a long process, and I was like, okay, well I can't even do that. But do you guys feel like you guys have had a class where it was kind of hard?
A hard class that I had?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was my sophomore year. Oh no, it was because I had pre-calc, and it was a requirement. I had to take it for psych.
Did you?
Oh, I did in high school.
Oh.
I did not in high school.
Advanced.
And it was terrible. I was so confused the whole time. I went to the tutoring center like every single day. I did not know what was going on, and so it got to like the very end of the semester, and I was like, Professor, I don't think I'm gonna pass. And he was like, well, it's too late to withdraw. And I was like, okay. And he was like, if you don't pass, we can figure out how for you to take it again, which just sucks and it's embarrassing and like whatever. I took our last like big test, not the exam, like just a bigger test, bombed it. Completely terrible. It's just like so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it was horrendous. So then, well, actually, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't think I did well, but then I took the exam, and the exam was basically like the last test, just like again. I don't know why he did it like that, and I got a like 97.
Oh.
And I was so shocked. I remember seeing my score, and I ran out of I got my stuff, and I ran out of the room, and I called my mom, and I was like, dude, you're not gonna believe this, like, I got like a very high grade on this final exam. Like, I didn't fail, and I'm not gonna fail this class. And so I didn't have to take it again. But at the same time that I had pre-calc, I also had bio, like the bio whatever 180 or something, where you have to take a lab with it. And I was not good at that either. And it sucked because I love science. I think science is so fun, but I was not good at it. And I did pass, but it was hard. At the same time, it was really hard, and I was really stressed.
Okay, what was like the best experience you've ever had in any class?
The human event.
What did you learn there?
Because that's like the one class where like and I appreciated it, you could not have like any technology out, which originally I was like, ugh, because like I want like some, like I'll check my messages or whatever. But I think that's good because like it forced me to like actually focus. But the whole class, you read, you discuss, and you write. That's it. There's no assignments. That's all you do. You just read books and you talk about books and then you write essays.
How many books did you read?
Well, it was a year-long course.
Oh.
So I mean, we had some shorter things. I mean, I'd say 15 plus, like books, passages, short
Yeah, yeah.
stories.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
What was your second favorite class?
I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was like case studies on diversity and equity in education. And so it's kind of similar. The whole class we just read different case studies on, like different things that could occur in classrooms, and then how to kind of handle that as like a teacher.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite class?
Psych 101 was my favorite class I've ever taken.
What's psychology?
What psychology?
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Like it's this.
Study of the mind.
Yeah, it's the study of the mind, but like there's so many layers to that. Like there's clinical psychology. There's like I'm blanking. What are
Is
other?
a therapist a
Forensic?
psychologist?
It technically yeah.
Do you have to go to extra school after your bachelor's degree to be a therapist?
Yes.
What is a psychologist? A therapist can't give medicine, but a psychologist
A
can?
Psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist can give medicine.
Is a therapist a psychologist?
Kind of, yes.
Basically,
And then a
Different name.
psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist is different,
can give you the meds.
But they don't do therapy?
No, not usually.
but they can't. But if they do, then that's kind of really cool because then you have like the same
Oh.
person
They
that
can,
gives you
they
the
can double
medication.
up, but usually they don't.
Yeah.
Mm.
But also, like, have you ever had an appointment with a psychiatrist?
No.
Okay, I have, but
Okay.
but they kind of to give you medicine, they have to obviously
Right,
ask you
there's like an
questions. So it's
evaluation.
kind of like therapy ish, because you have to be like, here are all my issues, and here's why I want meds. And what not you whatever
Yeah.
you guys know what I mean.
Yes.
But so it's kind of like they're a psychologist in a way, but no.
With a psychiatrist, they give you the meds, and then you do like follow up with them, or
It
does
depends. Sometimes, if
Oh.
like for me, I switched. I'm not on them anymore, but I was, and I switched them like 3 different times because I didn't feel they weren't working,
Mhm.
and so I met with her multiple times. But after when I was on the last one, and I was like, I want to stop. That's when I met with her again. It wasn't like we're gonna meet routinely to like talk about it. It was just like whenever I planned it.
I see.
But yeah.
What psychology interests you?
What psychology? I have thought about like school being a school psychologist. I know that's not like a specific, but school psychologist like you talked about earlier. But I don't know. I don't like I just am learning it, and then I don't really know. They're all interesting. Not all, but
What are the other career paths besides just being like a psychologist
You
or a
could be
psychiatrist?
an expert witness, where you basically are an expert in the field that you're learning. So if I was like, oh, I really enjoy like murders for this like mental disorder or whatever, and I specialize in this and I'm an expert in this,
Okay.
then if there's a case that occurs that requires an expert witness for that, they could call me in and be like, okay, what's your opinions on this? And then
Mhm.
depending on who hires you, then that's kind of like the answer that you give them.
yeah. Yes, there's that. There's also like being a psychologist though, there are so many different aspects. Like you could be like a psychologist in the military, you can do it for school, you can like whatever. There's so many places where you can be a psychologist. Also something that I recently was like talked to about and I didn't like realize, any like HR thing, like anywhere, like you could have a psychology degree and go into that.
Mhm.
Just because of like your background of understanding brain and people and whatever.
That's kind of the field I think I want to go into, but I don't know.
HR?
Yeah, because I did want to go into like I am currently in forensic psychology, so that's like mixing law and psychology,
Yeah.
which could like be applied to HR because a lot of like legalities with relationship stuff.
Other than like clinical psychology, is there another type of psychology you like?
No.
Yeah.
They're all
There's-
fun though.
What are
there's-
the different types?
I can't. I
There's
don't know.
correctional psychology, there's forensic psychology, there's clinical psychology, there's child psychology, developmental
Yeah.
psychology.
Developmental psychology is cool.
Mhm.
It's just interesting.
Hmm.
Child psychology is fun too.
Mhm.
One thing I do really like think is cool is like the psychologists in prisons. I would totally do that,
Mm.
but I think their job is like one, I think it's super important, and two, I think it's just interesting, or would be interesting, and I think that's a whole different topic of why I think they're important, but yeah, I have looked into that as well.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But why aren't you studying forensic psychology?
I don't know.
Just wondering.
I don't know. I was just like I chose psychology first and didn't really like think more about it. I mean,
Okay.
I could still I want to get a master's, so like no matter what, I could build up and do
Specialize in something.
specialize in something. Yeah. So
What education? What grade interests you?
Middle school,
Mm.
7th and 8th grade.
I was just about that.
Yeah.
Why
Mostly
is that
because
specific?
I mean, I think I'd like high school too, and I want to teach high school, but I would only teach like government and econ in high school. I think that would be really fun. And mostly those are like seniors that take there. Well, it depends, I guess, in high school, but I feel like a lot of times seniors, and I think that would be good, but I don't know if I want to start there. I think definitely 8th grade because like the curriculum for social studies is civics primarily based in 8th grade in Arizona. And so I would love the opportunity to do that. And I feel like it would just be fun. Like, I've never had the experience. I don't know how many teachers do it, but to like bring in like all like you guys, like all the amazing people I'm meeting, to be like, come in and share, you know, your career and what this person's doing, and like have them like learn about all that. Like I feel like that just doesn't happen that often, but I think that would be fun. And I just had like a really good 7th grade social studies teacher who like did really cool things. And yeah, and I think it's they're switching classes, so it's not like you're with like the same group all day. But I think the environment of high school is a little more sometimes fun probably too, and I would love to like I'd go help with like the marching band and like do all that stuff if I taught high school too. So
my 8th grade like history or like whatever class, I don't know if it was called like government or whatever it was called, was my favorite. I loved my teacher, and that was like my favorite year, like social studies year. Yeah, from then on, I took whatever history class was offered as AP. That's what I took.
A plus.
Yeah.
AP US history. Yeah, high school really you only have to do US history and global history and then government and econ. Those are all the three you have to do.
I forget what it was called, but my freshman year I took an AP class, but I don't remember what it was called, but it was something with geography based.
No, I really liked my econ teacher. It was really funny.
I hated economics though. That class was horrendous. I was so bad at everything in that class. The teacher was cool though, but I just could not grasp like what we were supposed to be learning.
Yeah. Okay, so we're like in the last little bit, and so my last question is, what is something that you would like to tell our viewers and listeners that you wish you knew when you were younger, or like not right now?
I would just say it's okay not to know. Like, it's okay to not know what you want to study. It's okay to not know what you want to do. It's okay to not, basically, like, it's okay to not have everything figured out, even if it's, like, how to pay for college, where you're going to live when you're older, like, I don't know, just literally anything. Like, we're not supposed to know, and there's oftentimes as we get more into adulthood that we're not going to know the answers to things, and not to stress yourself out when you don't know the answer. So.
Yeah, I have 2 things I think, but the one I would say, I tell people this all the time, but like just reach out to like people, like if you have a dream job or dream internship or like someone you just want to meet, just email them or reach out to them or like find a way to like get involved, because half the time like people always want to like give young people or like students the opportunity, like if you're like interested in politics and like want to interview like a state legislature person, if you just email them, like 9 times out of 10, if you like in that email, if you say you're a student, they're going to reach back out to you. And like that's how I got like involved in politics, is like my freshman year of high school. I just like randomly emailed the state legislature or legislator, and now they're like, you know, like family to me, and like and just because like that one like random email that I decided to like send in the middle of class one day. So like take those chances and like do the crazy things that you think might not work, because like they might, And I think the other thing, and I still struggle with this all the time, but like figuring out or like wondering if you're doing enough, like if you have enough clubs or enough jobs or not, like if you're like doing all this, um, but just like knowing that like waking up every day and like deciding to keep going, keep like pursuing your passion or keep making someone else's life better or like something bigger than yourself, is enough. So
Yeah.
That's really good, guys. Thank you all both so much for coming here. I
Thank you,
really
thank
appreciate
you.
both. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a like or a subscribe or a follow. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like to learn more about, write it in the comments and I can look into it and then give you an answer on what it is. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.